Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my channel, and today in this video I'm going to show you how we can add the total time spent on one particular issue, because now we have the time entry model. So to just set the perspective, let's just look at what we have so far. We have this issue over here which has the description, comments, and when I go to a project, I have the ability to also add time spent to one particular issue. Now, it is important for me to also understand how much time has been spent on an issue, and that is what we will do in this video. So the first thing that I would like to do is open up page issue view test, and I will have a new test for it which says shows the total time spent, okay, for that particular issue. Now, how do we do that? Well, I'll first copy almost everything I have in here. I'll need to add a few time entries. So how do I do that? I use my factory. I set a count of 2. I do a create. I need to tell it that I am doing it for issue ID this, and the time can be 60 minutes. So these are 2 entries, and what I would expect is that I see the text total time spent, which is 2 hours. Now in here I'll do assert text, which means I'll have to assert for the text which is inside the markup. So I'll have one text which is total time, something like this, and maybe one more which is 2 hours. The reason is I will have some kind of a span in here for the total time spent versus 2 hours. So I'm expecting that the entire text will not be in one container, whether it is a div or a span. So with this in place, obviously this is going to fail because I'm not doing anything. Let's see how we can make it pass. So the first thing is, if I need to show this on this particular page, this is one area where I can show that. So how is that possible? Let's open up issue controller. This is our show page. This is our view. Inside the view, we have a live wire component. Let's open that up as well. I have this thing where we have a 2-column layout. So why don't I divide that into something like this? So I'll have one more div like so. And in here, let's just say we have our sidebar. Well, it didn't show up. That's because I need to do a flex, and it is working. Maybe I'll add a little bit of margin right of 4, so this should be fine. Now the question is, how do I show the total time spent? Well, I can do something like, and I'll look at the markup or the how to say that, the styling later on, but what I'm expecting is something like this, and maybe like this. So if I go to my test over here, ideally it is passing, but we don't have the actual hours. It is not dynamic in nature. This is hard coded, right? So how do I fix that? Well, I'm loading, where is my view? I'm loading the comments author. I'll additionally need to load the sum. I have a method called load sum relation. I need to let it know. So I have time entries relation, and because this is a sum, I need to mention the column. So that will be time. And now if I do a die-dump of the issue, make it to array, right? I can see that I have this property. So why don't we add that? So I have $issue, total time spent, get rid of that dump, and I can see I have some text over here. Why don't we put a little bit of margin right 4 so that we have some gap? Maybe it's too much, but right now I'm not going into the specifics of the design. We are here to do the development. Okay, so we have total time spent. This is 72, but I wanted that in hours. So what I will do is I have a util service. So maybe I'll have a public static function called minute to hour. I'll have int $minutes return maybe round We'll have a variable called hours equals $minutes by 60, round hours to 2, and let's just say this is what we have. So that means I can do util service minutes to hours, this, and it is fine. However, I think where I don't have data, it will fail. So I'll just put an if condition over here. And we are good. Now I need to see if I can in some way do the sidebar thing disappear as well. But I'm generally thinking that, certain things like the ticket being assigned to, created at, or certain things can obviously come here. So there will be something in the sidebar at any point of time. So I'm really not worried about that. The only thing is, yes, if I don't have a time spent, then I should not show that. But otherwise, generally this is done. And we right now have the ability to look at the total time spent for one particular ticket, right? So yeah, that's about it, guys. That's what I wanted to cover in this video. If you like this video and the series so far, do click on the thumbs up icon and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.